Hey FBC, Nigel here. Just wanted to bring you some pastoral encouragement for this week. I'm sitting here in my home office here in Menifee. Outside you can see it's raining just a little bit. I've just come from the elders meeting we had this morning, and we did it. It was a little different than normal, of course. We are using Zoom right here, and it was a fun meeting. My first elders meeting back from sabbatical, and there were the 6 elders. We had some visitors as well join us, some key ministry leaders, and just a joy to think through ministry and future plans with them. Over here on the screen I've got my calendar, I've got my text messages right here, I've got the elders meeting agenda on this screen, and then over here I've got my Bible, and that's just in case I need to find some verses in order to correct the men. No, I'm joking, I never need to do that, but I've got that there for reference. And then here on this screen was Zoom where I could see the guys. We had a great meeting this morning, just a joy. I love these men. They love the Lord, they love you, and to get with them and to discuss ministry and the state of the church is just such a blessing. I thought I might maybe go through some of the items that we discussed for your encouragement. And number one, I just want to let you know that we are praying for the church. We are praying for families. We're praying for people who are struggling at this time. Most of all, we're praying that the Lord would be glorified in the lives of each individual in the church, and using this opportunity to bring the gospel to bear, not just on our lives, but on many people's lives. And we're just really praying that the Lord would use this to glorify himself and to help us to grow towards Christ-likeness. We had many things on the agenda. One of those was that we discussed a potential church discipline situation. I won't go into specifics with you, but we had someone who has left our church and is now part of a cult, and we're kind of wondering what we should do to follow up with that person. Most of you don't even know this individual, and so we're discussing what our plans would be for her and us as a church. More will come out regarding that. We're talking about how to care for people in the church who have been affected by COVID-19. Some have shown symptoms, some have been sick, and others are affected in more of an economic way. They've lost their jobs and they're experiencing some financial hardship. And so we want to be there for people who are being affected, and certainly want to offer help if we can. And so we're praying through that and making plans. For us elders, we understand that things are developing so quickly. It seems like every day there's a new thing that is happening as a community, as a church, as a nation. And so we've decided to meet more regularly. In fact, we're going to meet every Monday morning so that we can kind of stay up with what is coming and what is changing for us as a church. Those meetings would be just a little briefer, but certainly more regular. So that'll be good. We're making plans, of course, lots of changes happening. Summer camps had to be cancelled for this year. That's a huge disappointment for us and for many in the church, because we look forward to summer camps. But we want to do some things just to keep those ministries rolling along and to still have a spiritual impact in the lives of each person that would have been at camp. So we're praying through that. We had a fun thing. We processed a new church membership application. Always exciting to see someone who wants to become a member and take advantage of everything that membership is in a church. We actually thought about the fact that there are probably others who want to become members, and so we are going to host a church membership class online, probably on Zoom, and that'll start in a couple of weeks, and I think I'll probably be leading that, and so more information about that will be coming out soon. Another unique situation right now is that we had some couples who were planning to get married, and of course COVID-19 came along, and and people couldn't gather in those public settings, and so those wedding ceremonies had to be postponed. And so we're just thinking and praying through with these couples how we might help them to progress, and maybe we could do a follow-up public ceremony down the track here, but we're going to be talking to them and legally figuring out what we can do, and even spiritually what does the Bible require for us to do in those situations. We're thinking too about what's it going to look like when we start meeting again. Once this pandemic lockdown has passed by, we do want to meet again, but we want to do that wisely, and obviously some people are going to be quite nervous to do that. And so we want to be mindful of that, but we're thinking through options, maybe to slowly come back into those meetings again, both for Sunday mornings and for community groups. We're going to offer some budgeting help for those who are experiencing some financial tension or hardship, and so we'll let you know about that coming up as well. One of the benefits, I guess, of being in this lockdown period is that we've been live streaming our Sunday services, and it seems as if there are people, we know for sure, there are people all over the world and even locally, maybe even some of your family and friends that you've invited to tune in and to take advantage of those broadcasts. Lots of people are doing that. And I think we are reaching into homes and into lives that we never might have reached into if it hadn't been for COVID-19. And so we're wondering how we might take advantage of that in the future, even after we start meeting again. How can we elongate the benefits and take advantage of live streaming? So we're considering that as well. We are looking forward to a new preaching series coming up out of 1 Samuel, and Chris is excited. We are excited to really go through this series from this fantastic Old Testament book, and we're excited because the children's ministry are going to be synchronized with us. They will be covering the same material, and so as families, you parents can lead your children through those same lessons. That's going to be pretty exciting. And then we finished our meeting with lots of prayer. We are constantly praying for the church, constantly praying for families and individuals, and we just love the church, and we feel the burden to care for each one. And so would you please be praying for us? We want to be faithful during these times, and we want to lead with integrity and with love. And so we would really appreciate your prayers for us as well. So anyway, I hope that was an encouragement to you, a little insight as to what we do at an elders meeting, and part of my day as well. So anyway, God bless. Have a great day.